Good morning. Today we're going to talk about how to release adductors and hip flexors because they're not really easy to do, but yet they're one of the most overused muscles in the body, especially hip flexors. So we're going to start off in a V position, and it doesn't matter how flexible you are because you're going to use the tennis balls to help add some flexibility for those adductors. So I'm going to take two tennis balls and shove them in about 4 inches from center on the inner thigh. So adductor, inner thigh. And all you want to do is keep the legs straight so that there's pressure in the inner thighs. Now, if you're not flexible, it doesn't matter. Straighten your legs, put your arms behind you, and press. So many people have trouble with this V position. Remember, 80% of your flexibility is genetic, so you can change about 25%. Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. I see you. I can't tell who it is, but good morning. Thanks. So as you're pressing forward, you're going to squeeze your buttocks, and you're going to feel these inner thighs open up. It's hard to get to this area of the body. And then you're going to bring your nose over to one side, which will pressure one side a little bit more, and then you're going to go to the other side and pressure that side. And then I would change the tennis balls either in or out to a new location. And you want to do 2 or 3 spots if possible. So again, deep breath in, exhale, compress and push. And if you're really flexible, you can pop up on the tennis balls because those muscles are still tight even though you're pretty flexible, especially closer to the center of the joint or the pelvis. So you're going to go side to side again and then press and push. So from here, I'm going to go right into hip flexors. This is going to look a little strange, but probably the best way to work hip flexors possible. Place your 2 tennis balls, and I'll do it on a diagonal so maybe you can see me a little bit better, right at the break of your hip. And I'm going to come up on my elbows. Now, don't put all your weight on this part of your body. It's really important you keep elevated because there's a lot of circulation going down to the bottom half of your body. But hip flexors are the most overused muscle in the lower body because of all the sitting, standing, lifting, cycling. So all I'm doing here is cross-fibering right at the break, and it's a really light approach. And then all I'm going to do is change the movement to up and down, which is with fiber. You can turn your legs in, pigeon toe, turn way in, and that's going to feel different than if you turn way out. So find the one that feels least comfortable and do that. And remember, you just want to be on the edge of just a little discomfort. Then you're going to go to the top of the quads, top of the thighs, cross fiber the whole group to help loosen up the hip flexor. Then you're going to go right back down to the hip flexor. Squeeze your butt cheeks just ever so slightly, and that's going to expose the group again. So this is a fantastic one for hip flexors. I'm going to come on up. We're going to go ahead and grab the foam roller, and I'm going to repeat the same 2 muscle groups with the foam roller so that there's plenty of options. So the first one would be adductor. I'm going to turn sideways, and all you're going to do is take your knee up and over the foam roller like you've got a pillow underneath your thigh, although it doesn't feel like that. And then you're going to roll out into the adductor right up against the pelvis. But be careful for body parts. Come on up. And then you're going to roll all the way out again. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can extend the leg. Remember, you're trying to go light. Always start light and progress. So you're going to roll out and release. And this is going to get that inner thigh super quick and super effectively. And then watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk my elbows, oops, I got my microphone, away from my feet so that the foam roller is crossed in a T over the hip flexor. And I'm going to roll across gently that hip flexor again. You're going to bend the knee, and then you're going to turn the foot one way, and you're going to find that it's going to change the way it feels. And then you're going to turn the foot the other way, and it's going to change the way it feels. And then you're going to roll across the top of the quad, remember, just like we did with the tennis ball, to release the group. And I'm in this big L position. If you're not that flexible, maneuver in a way that gets those muscles. Well, I was crawling all over my floor. I hope that helps you this morning. Hip flexors and adductors are very difficult to get into and stretch. So I hope those 2 different approaches helped you this morning. See you on Monday. Have a great day and stay dry in California.